Alrighty, you are looking live at sold out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 and playoff bound New York Giants are taking on the 0-16 Washington Commanders. And why are the Washington Commanders 0-16? Because they suck. And it cracks me up every time. Welcome to the Gridiron. Oh, Randy's here. Let me move the chair from home. Let me move the chair. Hope it's on, buddy. All right. Randy's here. We can continue. All right. Oh, welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there at all that's going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching a replay this once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you. Going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight. Oh, my God. Anybody got to say, please feel free, fire away, throw it in the chat box. I usually try to check on the chat box, every 5 or 10 minutes or so. So as soon as I see something in there, I try to respond to as fast as I can. So please feel free and fire away. But plus also, instead of me just my big freaking fat mouth just rambling on for half an hour, 45 minutes, or whatever it might wind up being, it's just nice to talk to another Giant fan. So please feel free and fire away. Before I get started, if anybody wants to help support my channel out, it would mean so much to me. The description box below, the top link in the description box takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon, second one's called the Lawrence Taylor, and the third membership level is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, I thank you so much in advance. It means so much to me. Thank you. If you are subscribed to my channel, once again, thank you. I can use all the support I can get, guys. But if you're not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way, next time I go live or I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. And then finally, a little farther down, there's 2 additional links. There's a Facebook link, which I'll go over in just a second. And then there's the other one. It's a Twitter link. It's always been Twitter. It's Twitter today. It'll be Twitter tomorrow. 7 trillion years from now, it'll still be Twitter. Whatever letter of the alphabet Elon Musk wants to call it, that's on him. I'm not calling it. It's Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I try to put some Giant stuff in there every day. If you follow me on Twitter, I will follow you back. That's a promise. And then the link above it takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron group. We have 7,000 members in there. It's doing very, very well. If I'm alive and breathing and if I have internet access, I got stuff going in there every day, darn near 365. And if you become a member, not only do I put stuff in there, but the members post stuff in there as well. So between me and the members, there's a ton of New York Giants information going in this group every day. New York Giants, the Gridiron, please join it. You won't be dissatisfied. All right. Well, talking about being dissatisfied. Oh, wow. Dissatisfied. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Shocked? No, not really. Not the way this season's been going. I mean, it's the dumpster fire. I guess dumpsters are usually like, I guess, right? A dumpster, and you got some wheels on it. And, you got to throw some trash out. You open the box up or open the dumpster up. You throw the trash in here and you close the lid, right? Well, this season would be more like a circle, right? And you just pour gas on the dumpster, and if there's no wheels on it, it's just round, and you light it on fire, right? And it doesn't go out. Whatever you blow on it, rain, a tsunami wash, and it doesn't go out, right? And it's just rolling along, long and painful. Oh my God, man. I mean, the thing that really, and I've said this before, you know what I mean? And, you're undermanned and these injuries are just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely. I mean, I can't even talk about it. It's just the word, how every game can we lose like half our starters? I mean, every game. I mean, Andrew Thomas comes back and then he gets injured because thankfully he comes back. I mean, but Kayvon, Banks, Flott. I mean, I mean, I know there was somebody else. Who the heck else? Oh, Hyatt. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, my God. But I said the thing, and I know we're undermanned. We got a 38-string quarterback in there. That's our 10th starting different offensive line. I think the whole, everything. Just everything. And I get it. But sometimes, I mean, it just, our defense really wasn't that dinged up or not. I mean, we had Azeez came back, so, I mean, we lost Leonard Williams, but 640 yards of offense you give up. I mean, I said, the one thing is that, it's unbelievable. I mean, thankfully, the only thing I can say to that is there will be a point in time where this season will come to the end for the Giants. We have, unfortunately, however you want to look at it, we got 7 more games left. Right? 5 of them, I mean, I at this point, I don't even want to say if they're winnable or not. I don't, thankfully, hey. Giants got pick number 2 right now. Pick number 2, right? Thankfully, because between Carolina and the Bears, somebody had to win, right? I think the Cardinals won, right? So we got pick number 2 right now. Ooh, baby. I mean, I was pulling for the Patriots to win too, but they just F that game up so freaking bad. What an absolute, just trash. Absolute trash. Unfortunately, the trash Giants have to play the trash Patriots, and that's like going to be the whatever you want to call it, the Caleb Williams, whoever out of quarterback bowl, you know what I mean, to see who's going to get, the battling rights, But I mean, if you want to say anything, I mean, at least we got, we went from 4 to number 2 now, huh? Right. But I was saying is that the thing that just really bothering me is that, and I said, I know we're outmanned and all that and everything. But if you're like, if you got a decent, at least a decent game plan and you're maybe a pretty good coach, I'm not going to say you got to be a Hall of Famer or somebody like that. But if you're a pretty good coach, I mean, you're going to keep your guys somewhat kind of maybe looking, you'd lose like 31-17, something. These games, it's just like we have like no answer. I mean, it's like when we were playing the Eagles last year. I mean, a playoff game, 38-7. And what was it, 48-22, whatever, that other one, the first game. I mean, it's like one thing, losing. I mean, the Eagles last year, say they beat us, in the playoff game, like 31-20 or something like, okay, hey, you tipped your cap. It was on the road. Eagles are a good team. The Eagles had a week off, this, that. I said the Eagles were the better team. I said, all right, 31-20. Okay. All right. That stinks. But okay. All right. All right. So we're about 11 points behind the Eagles. Okay. All right, so we got some work to do. 38-7. I don't know how that happened. The last game of the season, we lost by 6 points. We had our 38-string players in there. They were at home. They had to win the game. Well, they didn't have to win. They wanted to win the game to get the number 1 seed. So they really somehow we lost by 6 points. I don't know how that happened, but it's like when we're playing the upper echelon. It's like we're just like. We're like, I don't know, like high schoolers or something. We have like, it's just unbelievable. You can get, it's just so, oh my God, it's so, so many things. It all started when, for me, it was, I think that 4th down play with Saquon, you handed the ball and it was like, I don't know. I get it. Give it to your best guy. I get that and everything. But to just try to run the ball up the middle is like, there's like almost like no imagination there or nothing. And I kind of get it. You kind of needed the point. It was going to be a high scoring game. So instead of kicking a field goal, we're going to need to try to match touchdown for touchdown or whatever, But man, I mean, what was it? It was 28-0 at halftime. Right? Let me had 42-7. I mean, Dak had 404 yards. Even their backup, Cooper Rush, was 7 out of 9. It did throw an interception, but Dak, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. They had 168 yards rushing, 33 carries, 168 yards. I mean, DeVito had, well, after the sacks, we had 61 yards passing, 111 yards rushing. So it was 172 total yards. So let's say it was the team stat. So it was 172. Was it 640? Yeah. So they outgained us by almost 470 yards. I mean, do you realize how hard that is to do? The other team outgained you by, you know how hard it is just to get 470 yards, much less the other team outgained you by 470 yards. Holy. And I saw this one too. I forgot about this one too. I gotta read this here. Well, I think they had 20 first downs. Okay, here we go. Giants were blown out at halftime, 28-0 in the first half. Dallas had 368 total yards of offense to 27 for the Giants. And I think it said here, Dallas outscored the Giants 89-17 in the 2 games. I think the Cowboys had, I thought I saw somewhere they had 20 first downs in the first half. And the Giants had one first down in the first half. I mean, this is just what's kind of like really just kind of scaring me. I mean, because when things like last year, things are kind of going well, everything, we're all holding hands, singing Kumbaya, right? Sitting around the fire, roasting marshmallows, and everything's just cool and hunky-dory. But, you know, when adversity starts hitting and you have like no answers, you have like no clues, you're nothing, you know, that's what's really scaring me. You know, I'm sure Dable's a very good, I mean, it was almost like with Pat Shurmur, right? Because let's not forget, Daniel Jones, rookie, 4, right? Eli played 4 games. Daniel Jones played the final 12, right? So I know his rookie season, yeah, I think he had 812 fumbles. I know he had 12 interceptions. But it's you know, Pat Shurmur calling the plays, right? Daniel Jones played in 12 games his rookie season. We didn't have OBJ wasn't there. We didn't have Jerry Rice running patterns. Randy Moss wasn't out there running patterns, right? We had Butterfinger, Evan Ingram out there, right? Daniel Jones had 24 touchdown passes in 12 games. So at that rate, if he played the whole season, he would have had close to 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Pretty good, right? So Pat Shurmur is very good with calling plays, right? Maybe not so much good of a coach. He was 9-23 with Cleveland. He comes here to the Giants, and his record is, surprise, surprise, 9-23. Now, you know, we have no evidence of what Dable can do because Dable's never been a head coach. We have evidence of what he can do maybe with a quarterback, like with Josh Allen, maybe calling plays and stuff like that. But, you know, we have no evidence, no body of evidence. Well, Brian Dable, when he was at Green Bay 6 years ago, he took him to a playoff game. Then the next 2 seasons, they kind of tanked and, you know, he got fired, whatever. We have no evidence. But, I mean, he's just like, it's like, wow. And then like, what the happened to the defense? My God, we had those 3 stellar games. It's like, wow, here we go. Whew, man, is that Lawrence Tower on the field? Who, man, is that the 86 Giants? I mean, it took the Buffalo Bills to 4th quarter to score a touchdown. Didn't even get a point. We held the Commanders to 7 points. I mean, we had the Jets to 10, was it 7 points, right? They had 7 points. 59 and a half minutes into the game. 7, you know, it's like, man, our offense really is probably the worst of all time. Okay, I'll give you that. But our defense is keeping us in games. All right, okay, we might win a couple more games with this type of defense. All right, but where is it? What happened to it? I mean, man, 30 points to the Raiders and 640 yards of offense. Was it? They have how many first downs they have? Was it 32? Or was it 36? 32, only 32. Yeah. We were 0 for 12 on 3rd downs, 2 for 3 on 4. So between 3rd and 4th downs, we were 2 out of 15. We had 172 total yards. We averaged 3.1 yards per play. Meanwhile, the Cowboys averaged 8.3 yards per play. 8.3 yards. They averaged almost three times the amount of yards per play that we did. We had 61 passing yards. They had 472 passing yards. And once again, the second game in a row, every box score, we had no sacks. I think we had 4 hits. So I think we got better because last week I think we had 1 hit, right? We had 4 hits here. Last week we had 1, but once again, no sacks. They had, 5 sacks and 7 hits, which is better than it was the first time we played them because, I mean, they just massacred us the first time. Absolutely, yeah. So, but oh my God, did we get outplayed? It's just like everything. I mean, I don't know what is it to cry, to scream, to laugh. I mean, wait, let's see here. I got the Giants injuries. Here we go. Yeah, this here is just, of course, Andrew Thomas. Thankfully, he laughed. Thankfully, he came back. Thankfully, outside linebacker Kayvon was ruled out of the game with a concussion, suffered in the third quarter. Cordell Flott with a shoulder. Deonte Banks with an ankle also exited in the third quarter. Flott and Banks were initially listed as questionable to return. Flott was ruled out to start the fourth quarter. Running back Saquon Barkley appeared to tweak his right ankle. Shocking there. And was spotted getting into retaped on the sideline. The rookie wide receiver appeared to be dinged on quarterback Tommy DeVito's pass that was intended for him in the third quarter, but was picked off. Hyatt was ruled out with a concussion. So another guy out there, concussion. Barkley, however, continued to play after getting his ankle retaped, though he continued to hobble by his ankle. I mean, I don't. Did anybody? I just see this all the time. It's like, did anybody on the Cowboys? Does anybody on the other teams ever get injured in any of these games? And whoever we're playing, anybody? Do ever? Oh, we got a timeout on the field. The commander player is hurt. Or television timeout, right? An Eagle player is hurt. We got to. Yeah. Is anybody? Is this unbelievable? I mean, absolutely unbelievable. It's just maybe in one small respect, this is something really, really good. Because as we just continually get massacred by these injuries, right? That means we have to put backups in there. And that means quite possibly our performance is going to be worse, right? So that means quite possibly it's going to be harder and harder for us to win games, right? So quite possibly that'll keep us in the top running for maybe a real good quarterback, right? Shane's been on Saturdays. He's been going pretty much to a lot of college every week. And I don't know if he's doing like double dippers, like a 1:00 game in Michigan and a 7:00 game in LSU or something like that. That I don't know. But every weekend, Saturday, he's checking out a game. So he's checking out probably quite possibly some quarterbacks. So this could be a blessing in disguise for the Giants. It was kind of like, here you go. All right, check this out. 2002, the Giants went to the playoffs. Now, they would not have, they weren't that good. They wouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl one because I think Tampa Bay 2002, their defense was really good. They had a good offense, but their defense was really, really good. So I don't think if the Giants got to like a championship game or whatever against Tampa Bay, I don't know if they could have beaten them. Because once again, Tampa Bay's defense was really good that year. And they won the Super Bowl. But what happened was in 2002, we had the playoff. Of course, we had we were up 38-14 against the 49ers. Of course, the 49ers, in the final 20 minutes of the game, the 49ers scored 25 points, go up 39-38. And, of course, we drive down the field. Trey Junkin has a bad snap, and we try to throw the ball down. Rich Seibert's down there. He gets interfered with, pulled down. He's a legal receiver. The refs don't call nothing, and they walk off the field, and we get screwed. But so that was 2002. The next season, 2003, was Fossil's last season. We had a lot of injuries, and we stunk because we had a lot of injuries. But it got us at number 4. I think it was pick 4, which allowed us to trade with San Diego, right, to get Eli Manning. So that wound up because we got totally massacred, right, basically 20 years ago, right? Okay, 2003. totally tons of injuries, right? Really, really hurt the team. And I said, I think I forgot what we won. 4 games, maybe. Maybe we were 4-12 that season. I mean, really. So we had pick 4, which allowed us to get Eli Manning. So possibly, just possibly, if we get totally massacred by injuries, maybe, we think the football gods up there are really screwing us over this season, but possibly they might be really helping us. What we got? First pick? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, oh, yeah. Matter of fact, what I'd be doing is I would get my next 300 drafts and whoever's picking. You want our first rounder from next year? Okay, give us your pick. You want our first rounder from 2026? You want our second rounder? Give us your, you know what I mean? I'm drafting every offensive lineman, every pick for the next 300 years. Our 800 picks. I'm just trading them all away. Every offensive lineman coming out in the draft, I'm getting them all. We're going to start the camp this year. We're gonna have our first round pick, and we're gonna have Daniel Jones, because we have to have him on the team. So he'll be the torch holder until the new quarterback is ready. Then we got 90-man roster. The other 88 guys are offensive linemen. I don't care about the defense. I don't care about a running back. I don't care about nothing. We're gonna have 88 offensive linemen. All right. We got Andrew Thomas and John Michael Schmidt. So I'm going to roll with those 2 guys. Okay. So we need 3 spots. So out of those 88 guys, so Michael Schmidt is 1, Thomas is the other. So now we have 86 other guys. Out of those 86 other guys, we're going to get 3 starters. Then we're going to get some good backup guys. Right. And then we'll just let them all go. We'll just start, so at least we know going into next season, we have an offensive line. We have some decent backup, quality backup. Right. And we have our 2 quarterbacks. Right. And then we'll just start working from there. But I don't want to hear it. I need an offensive lineman. I don't want to. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. Really sick and tired of hearing that. So, but we got to pick a quarterback. Hopefully, one thing also is that what Dable can possibly do with like what he did with Josh Allen. He had obviously success at Alabama, so he's good. And hopefully what he'll do is because he's going to start getting on the hot seat. His seat's started getting a little hot right now. But the injuries, and it's only his second season, and his backup quarterback is out, his starting quarterback is out, and all this stuff. So I think he's safe for this season. But, it's going to start getting a little warm. So if he's going to try to save his job at all, he's going to whatever quarterback they want to pick, and if they have to trade up to number 1, or if somebody falls to them or whatever, he's going to get that quarterback. He's going to start getting that's going to be his little pet project, right? He's going to start working on that quarterback. And don't be surprised, maybe next season. You got to do something. You can't. Kafka is just, I don't know, not having a banner year here. So don't be surprised if Kafka doesn't get more involved, maybe calling plays too next season. But, don't be surprised if he gets a quarterback and he starts molding him into what he thinks or what he likes or whatever, really gets his hands on him. And because, we need health. We need luck to stay healthy, but, we need a quarterback, So unfortunately, he's relying now. His job is, is relying on Daniel Jones, and that just doesn't seem to be working out too well. Clock starts when he picks. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, you probably have 2 seasons, which I'm saying for it'll give him a little bit of time. Because you look at this season, Daniel Jones is injured, Tyrod Taylor's injured, just all these injuries is unbelievable. There's no team out there. I don't care who it is, the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Chiefs. Ain't no team out there, especially the Chiefs. They're on the 3rd-string quarterback, their offensive line. So no team out there is going to the Super Bowl with the luck that the Giants have had this season. Absolutely, there's no team. So this might be a little bit of a mulligan for maybe, with Shane and Mara and all of that. Okay, but once he starts picking that, once he gets that quarterback, the clock is ticking, and I'm really shocked that this Daniel Jones thing has even lasted, 5 seasons. It is what it is. But, you only have a couple seasons, and then you're going to start to be judged. I mean, Shane's going to have, it's going to, He's going to have some decisions to make. Like after this season, is there anybody we want to let go? Right? If it still stinks after another year or two, if we're still getting blown out 40-0 to the Cowboys in another couple seasons or something, he's going to have to think long and hard about getting rid of Dable. But you're right, the clock starts as soon as he picks that quarterback. He better make it a good one, because if he picks the wrong one, it quite possibly mean his job. But they said this could be a blessing in disguise for the Giants. Just totally. I mean, since Daniel Jones is not the answer, and thankfully for us, it's a decent quarterback draft. It's because I think last year wasn't that great. I mean, apparently there's no Andrew Luck or John Elway. There's no Peyton Manning. It's like I'm just from what I'm hearing, there's like no absolute 100% can't miss quarterback coming out, but there's a lot of good ones. So I mean, if Dable and Shane think they get their eyes on one of them, and they're able to draft them. But you're right. The clock starts ticking. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So as of right now, let's see here. Giants climb up to spot number 2 after their embarrassing loss. The NFL draft is a little over 5 months. Wow, it's only 5 months away. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, when you get old like me, it's just amazing how fast the time is. Only got 5 months in the draft. This is going to be our holy. Seems like we just had the freaking draft. But the Giant fans suffering through another disaster of a season could be rewarded, as New York is in a position to alter the course of its franchise with a pick in the top 2. Here is the current draft order before the Jets and Raiders face off on Sunday Night Football. What a banner game that'll be. Let's see. For more draft coverage, you can hear in-depth. Ain't worried about that. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So we got the Bears. So the Bears got number 1, but they're with because they got the Panthers pick. Panthers are 1-8, right? So the Giants are number 2. So now the interesting thing, which right, would be, and this would really quite possibly behoove the Bears, right, is that if they're happy with Fields, okay. I mean, I'm just saying we got 7 games to go. A trillion things could happen. I'm just saying as of right now, if the draft started right now, right? If the Bears going forward think that Fields might be their guy, right? They're in a great position because they're number 1. They're not taking a quarterback. So the Giants call them on the phone and say, you want to fall back to number 2? We'll give you our number 1 and whatever. We'll give you a third or whatever it would take to go back one spot. The Bears are going to go back one spot, still get the guy they want, and pick up a third rounder or pick up a second rounder. We'll give them a second rounder. We can give Seattle second rounder. It's a late second round pick, right? That way we still get a first and a second, right? So the Bears can move back a spot. And the Bears, the Bears can really rack it in, right? I mean, it got some good, quarterbacks coming out. Just say, the Patriots. My God, they need a quarterback. They really need a quarterback. So I'm saying if the Bears drop back to number 2, right, they can still have their pick of anybody that they want, offense or defense, because they're not taking a quarterback. They picked up a second-round pick. And then maybe the Patriots call, hey, going on there, Bears? We got pick 5. We'll give you our pick 5. You move back to 5, and we'll give you our second-rounder, too. So the Bears go back from 1st to 5, and they pick up, then they pick up like 2 second-round picks or something, So the Bears, as of right now, once again, are in a very good position. The question is Justin Fields, do they feel that he's the guy for the future? If not, they're going to stay put, right, and draft whoever. So it's going to be interesting to see. But, if the Giants really zone in on a guy, really zone in on a guy and whatever. And Dable's like over the moon over Caleb Williams, just saying, right? And we got to have him. You better call. You don't sit there and wait. I mean, it was just kind of the same thing like with Banks, right? Where we jumped up to get Banks, right? We moved up. The guy was there, Banks. We want Banks. Don't sit there because somebody's might jump in front of you and pick him, right? So you do the same thing. If you got to have Caleb Williams, if you have to have him, right? If you're willing to bet your job on him, move up to one spot, give up your second-round pick, get the guy you want. Don't chance nothing. Go get them, right? Get them on your team, okay? And then you can move on. As I said, if it costs you a second-round pick, whatever, get your quarterback. Because if you get the right quarterback, you got your quarterback for 10 or 15 years. And there's, having your left tackle, of course, maybe somewhere along the line, the Giants and Andrew Thomas will be actually lucky enough he'll actually be able to play through a season without getting rolled up on or pull a hamstring or something. But you need a tackle, right? And, also helps to have two tackles, but, you get the tackle, but you got to have your quarterback. And if if you think you can get yourself that quarterback who can take you to the Super Bowl, and be the quarterback for 10 or 15 seasons, a la maybe like an Eli Manning or something like that, go get him. Go get him. So, I mean, I said, so the Giants, they could have a little bright spot to it here. Now the Cardinals, they fell to number 3. The Patriots, what a dumpster fire they are. My God, they're 2-8. The Bears are 3-7 after they won. The Packers are 3-6. They lost a tough one to the Steelers. The Rams are 3-6. The Titans, there's a lot of teams with 3 wins. A lot of teams with 3 wins. So what? There's 3 teams with 2 wins, 1 team with 1 win. Now the thing is, we got the Patriots coming up too. That's going to be the quarterback bowl right there. That's going to be, because I mean, just looking at the way the Patriots played today out in Germany, I mean, what a dumpster. I mean, their quarterback play is absolute trash. They got Zappy and Mac Daddy Jones. They both throwing interceptions in the fourth quarter. I mean, Mac Daddy Jones, that interception he threw middle of the fourth quarter, whatever, 5-6 minutes left to go in the game, whatever it was. I mean, the guy was open in the end zone. He throws it short, and the guy just picks it up. Absolute trash. I mean, they need a quarterback, big time. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I said they're going to have a little silver lining to it for the Giants, just getting killed game in and game out. Oh yeah, and this one I've seen this too. I mean, I said sometimes it's just like some of this stuff is just so head scratching. It's like it took exactly. Who's this? Outkick. I don't know. I've never heard of Outkick before, but there's a website called Outkick. It said it took exactly 1 play for the Giants to waste a challenge on a play that wasn't worth even reviewing. I don't know who told them to review this play. I was in the first quarter, Cowboys wide receiver Brandon Cooks scored a 4-yard pass, and a Giant defender tackled him. After Cooks landed on the ground, he lost control of the ball, but his knee and back clearly hit the ground first. So life goes on, right? Nope, actually, no, not for the Giants head coach Brian Dable. Anyway, even though Cooks in no way fumbled the football, Dable thought it was worth spending a challenge on the play. To surprise of no one, the call down by contact stood, and the Giants lost a timeout and a challenge. I mean, I don't know who told them, honestly, to review. I mean, whoever did that, I mean, stupid, big time. I mean, as I said, some of this is just really, really head scratching. Really head scratching. Now, on the bright side, Bobby Okereke once again had a nice 11 tackles. Problem is now the big problem here is that what you don't like to see is that your 2 safeties are like second and third as far as tackles. So when you got McKinney with 10 tackles and Pinnock with 9 tackles, that's not good. That means stuff's getting not into the second, they're getting beyond, that means they're completing a lot of passes and, down the field, where the running backs are getting to the second and third level and stuff. That's not good. I think McKinney led the team, I think, in tackles last week, too, which is, once again, not a good sign. It's a good sign that McKinney's stepping up, making some tackles. That's really, really good. But my God, what the hell is going on with this? I mean, wow, this defense. No sacks. McFadden had another good game. Another tackle for loss, another 6 tackles. Darnay Holmes had 6 tackles. Oh, my God. Let's see. I don't even know. Did Micah Parsons, did he get a sack? Can't even find where the heck he was. Jeez, did he even make the – man, I don't even – did he even make a tackle? Micah Parsons. I don't even see him on there. Wow. I guess Micah Parsons didn't even make a tackle. I mean, I don't know. According to ESPN here, I'm trying to look to see if who got the sacks here? Armstrong, Gallimore, Fowler Jr., and Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence. Yeah, he always seems to get a sack. Man, I don't even see Micah Parsons on there. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Sam Williams. Wow. I don't even see Micah Parsons on there. Maybe he went did he go the whole game, Micah Parsons, without getting a tackle? Wow. I seen him out there, but man, but I say this is really, really, I mean, who we got? We got the Commanders, right? Coming up. I mean, let's see. So, New York Giants schedule there. New York. I know we got our bye coming up. Maybe we can get some guys back. Who do we got here? Let's see here. Okay, we got Commanders. Then we come home. Oh, then we got them. Then we have the quarterback bowl. The Patriots. It's going to be interesting. Then we got the Packers at home. Then we got the Saints. Then we got the Eagles, the Rams, and then the Eagles. So the next we got the Commanders and then the Patriot. That game, of course, we're home for that game. The Patriot game. Whew. That's going to be because I mean you start to get to the point where I don't even know. Let me see. I don't even. Let me see if I can find the what the Patriots schedule is here. I don't even know. Let's see a Patriots. So if I click on them, pop their schedule. Okay, let's see what the Patriots got here. The Patriots. They got to play the Colts. No. They just played they got a bye. Oh, okay. So they have a bye. Then they play us. Then they got to play the Chargers. Then they have to play the Steelers. Then they got to play the Chiefs. Then they got to play the Broncos. Ooh. Then they got to play the Bills and then the Jets. That Bronco game. They might win that game. They can maybe get a win with the Broncos. We'll have to wait and see. But they got some tough games coming up. So I don't see the Patriots winning too many more games. Then again, the way the Giants are playing, I don't see the Giants winning too many more games either. This is just an absolute embarrassment. I said the biggest thing is that what's really bothered me is that we just don't seem to have any answers. I mean, even on defense today, 640 yards of offense that they had. I mean, the Cowboys have been very good. I think this is the 12th game in a row they won at home. They've been absolutely just killing teams at home. I mean, they killed the Rams. They killed the Patriots. They killed the Giants. Any crappy, weak team at home, the Cowboys are just demolishing them like they did today. But I said the thing that bothered me is like when you have like no answers, you're down 42-7 after 3 quarters. And this is so the first 7 quarters that we played against the Cowboys this season, we lost 82. We're losing 82-7. I mean, that is having no clue whatsoever. That is really almost like clueless football. You have no answers. Good coaches would have some type of an answer or something like that, like a Mike Tomlin, right? even when Mike Tomlin, every now and then they might lay an egg, especially if Roethlisberger wasn't in there or something like that. They might lay an egg every now and then. But boy, I tell you what, he'd have him out there the next week all fired up. And I'm saying, there's been times where, like when Mike Tomlin, the reason why the guy, like never has a losing season, right? It doesn't look like they're going to have a losing season this season either, right? But, I mean, he always has them in the game, always gives them a chance to win. Or if they do lose, they might lose by 7 or maybe 10 points if they're having a bad. But he has some answers, right? The answers may not come out to a victory, but he has some answers. Some of the coaches, when you're good, right, you can come up with some things and try to keep your team in because the Giants don't have we got some decent players, right? And we added to we got a lot of injuries, but when we added to the roster from last season, and it just seems like we're just worse. It's tough to say exactly because of the injuries. I know last season we had a lot of injuries as well too. I remember going to mangameslost.com last season. I haven't looked at it this season because it's like you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out how badly the Giants are hurt because of injuries this season. But last season, the Titans were by far the most injured team in football last season. The one that was the least injured was the Jaguars. That's why the Jaguars won the division and the Titans did. Injuries. I mean, the Titans had over 300 man games lost due to injuries last season. The Jaguars were under 100. It wasn't even close between the two. That's why the Jaguars won the division. But I think the Giants were 6th. They were the 6th most injured team last season. I don't even know what I haven't even checked. I mean, I'm just too disgusted with these freaking injuries to even, because it's a yearly subscription. You got to, it's $50, $60 or something like that. But once again, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out how many guys the Giants have injured. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I think I looked on, what was it, the video I did last night or 2 nights ago, whatever it was, the Giants, I think so far have had, it's either, I think 20 guys on injury reserve. So far this season. I mean, but this includes like, Cole Beasley, guys like on the practice squad and stuff like Hassanauer and all of that. But between like preseason and, and guys that we let go and all that stuff and the regulars, we've had like 20 guys. And I heard that there's a possibility that maybe Neal might go on the injured reserve list. You'll have to wait and see if any of these other injuries here have sent the guys on injury reserve list. But we have at least 20 guys so far that have been on the injury reserve for 4 weeks or more, whatever, so far this season, between the regular season and practice and training camp and all that. And we still got 7 games left to go in the season. So I mean, this is just unbelievable. So hopefully the Giants next week against the Commanders. Well, let's say the Commanders. I mean, yeah, the way the NFC is falling right now. Do I have that up here? I know I had the. There we go. So let's look here. So with the Commanders. So I mean, I said, you look. It's like somehow Minnesota's 6-4. Wow. But the Commanders are 4-6. So they're right in there. I mean, because you got the teams in the NFC South, nobody in the NFC South even has a winning record. Then you got in the NFC North, you got the Lions at first place, but then you got Minnesota at 6-4. But the Packers have a losing record. The Bears have a losing record. In the NFC West, you got the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers are both tied at 6-3. But you got the Rams with a losing record. The Cardinals with a losing record. Then in the NFC East, you got the Commanders to losing record of 4-6, but then the Giants, of course, they're out of it. Right, so 2-8, but I mean, so the Commanders, this, going to be an important game for them next week at home against the Giants. Giants are going to be limping in. The Commanders get this and be 5-6. They'll only be like maybe a game or so out of the last wild card spot. So this could be a huge game for the Commanders. Not so much a huge game for the Giants, a prideful game for the Giants. I'll have to wait and see who winds up making it to the game. We'll have to wait and see who's injured, who's not. Is Kayvon going to be able to play? Did Azeez Ojulari get injured? Just all stuff like that. But man, this season just doesn't fail to disappoint week in and week out. Either you lose a heartbreaker, either like with the refs because they missed the Waller call in the end zone at the end of the game, the Jet game that we should have won. It's like 858 different ways we should have won, but somehow the Jets wind up pulling it out. Just they got blown out last week, blown out this week. It just, oh man, season just can't end soon enough. Well, all right. Well, hey, Daniel, it's been good talking to you, brother. So it's been 45 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, vent and shoot my mouth off and all that. Thank you. If anybody's going to spend any time watching the replay, this once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.